Hello everyone, friends. The second episode dedicated to the first Far Eastern poker series is ready. If you haven't seen the first episode, the link is somewhere here or here. I don't know how this works. And today we are watching the continuation of the Grand Event Tournament Day 2. Enjoy watching. The first major hand of the day happened only on the third level, one hand before the break. From UTG comes a raise. We 3-bet with Ace-Jack suited. Dima, our subscriber, really wanted to join, but on YouTube there was always a stubborn opponent clashing with us, having already paid 150,000 chips, announces a call from UTG. The opponent thought for a moment and also announces a call. Came out quite comfortably for us. The flop is 7-4-5 with two hearts, our flush draw. UTG checks, we make a continuation bet. Dima quickly calls. And the open raiser folds on the turn. Not such a good card as all eights complete a straight. We check, they make a small bet, we call naturally. The deuce of hearts completes our flush on the river, we don't bet 20,000. I think Dima always has something to pay with here. Such a large bet looks like a bluff. Dima really thought for a long time. Everyone had already gone on break. Dima thought for 3 minutes and eventually called. And we show our nuts and also happy. Head to the break, taking a big pot. Next, for the first time in 2 days, we get kings. We open for 1,500. All the small blinds fold. And the player on the big blind also folds the blinds and antis. We win the super pot, then a hand against UTG. We have ace queen. We defend just by calling, which is a fairly standard play. The flop is 2-5-2, our backdoor. Bets 2,000. We probably have some check raises with this hand, but we just call. And the 9 of diamonds comes out. We have the ace of trumps. They bet 6,000. Here it's most likely possible to just call, but there are some low frequency raises. The ace of diamonds is the best blocker for bluffs. I decide to bet 20,000. And getting a fold, we have a mistake here. We have 193,000. Of course, with such a stack, they don't miss a single opportunity, demanding the king at home. On the button, hijack. We play a 3-bet. The flop comes queen high and hitting top pair, our opponent checks. We make a continuation bet naturally, 30% of the pot. We get a check raise. Interesting, we can't fold here, of course we call. A 3 of diamonds comes out. And they check to us. Well, here I assume I have the best hand. So I make a bet on the turn. On a board with 2 flush draws, I bet 20,000 and get a call. The backdoor flush draw completes. We get checked to, we check back and show our top pair. The opponent mucks their cards and we've already built up to 230,000. We have an offsuit jack at home. We open from early position for 2 big blinds. The player on the big blind calls and there's a slight pause. I want to ask you to subscribe to the channel, give a like and leave a comment. This will help with promotion, thank you. The flop comes out, ace, king, 4. We have a gut shot to a 10, they check to us. I make a standard continuation bet and take the pot. Here we have jack 10. I wanted to open for 2 big blinds, but someone had already opened before us and we didn't notice. So our bet was taken as a call. Well, alright, we play a call against UTG, the small blind also calls. The flop comes out king, ace, jack. Everyone checks, an 8 comes on the turn. It doesn't change anything. And the opener makes a strange bet. And of course we call, it's unclear what he's representing and the player on the small blind folds. So we check again. If you're looking for a reliable poker club with a huge selection of games, daily tournaments, and deposit bonuses, then I want to recommend to you the Lucky Streak Club on the Xpoker and Club GG platforms. Just message the manager on Telegram and they will answer all your questions and help you join the club. Withdrawals and deposits can be made in stablecoins USDT and USDT. Welcome to the club and good luck at the tables. False comes out, here we check again. And we take the pot with a jack. Here we have 240 big blinds and all in comes at us 10 big blinds. We, of course, call to gamble a little. and maybe someone behind will make a mistake, but we remain heads up. We have threes against king 9, a standard coin flip on the flop. We stand on the turn, and river king. Unfortunately, we get knocked out, but it's not a big deal. 10 big blinds isn't too painful. Next, we have another hand against Dima. He opened from early position with 4,000. There are calls on the button, so we decide to isolate. We bet 16,000, Dima calls, and the button folds. The flop comes king, 10, ace. We hit the ace, we have a decent kicker, we bet a quarter of the pot. Well, I don't like it now. This bet, it was too little, should have bet 2,000, half the pot. And on the turn, a4 comes out, and for some reason I decide to check here, which is a big mistake. I never want to check here at all. And on the river, a 9 comes completing a straight. In the summer we play check. And Dima, after thinking a bit, also checks. We reveal our ace-queen. I actually thought that I had won, but as it turned out, Dima hit a one-outer for a set. So here we have ace-4 of spades from early position. We open with 2 big blinds. The player on the button calls, and the big blind also adds. A good flop comes out. We have 2 spades, a flush draw, they check to us, and we naturally make a continuation bet. 4,000. The button calls, and the player in the small blind goes all in, about 10 big blinds. We of course call. And the button also calls. We're going 3-way, all in. I reveal my flush draw. One opponent has an 8, a second pair, and the other has an open-ended straight draw. The straight completes immediately, and we lose this pot to both of them. No big deal, it was a small pot. In this hand, the lady has 12,000 left, and we go all in. The button folds, and naturally we have a king of spades with a suited 10. We reveal our card. He has a 3 offsuit. We are the favorites. A safe flop comes out, a safe turn, and a reliable river, not a bad little pot. Here, as I said, we don't miss any opportunity to capitalize on these. Of course, ace-5 suited is within our range for a 3-bet. Against the middle position, we bet 12,000, but the small blind regulars make a 4-bet. I understand that there will never be a 4-bet here. In the bluff, if you were bluffing regularly, write fold in the comments. So we got moved to a new table, and one of the first hands, we have 2 queens. In middle position, we open with 2 big blinds, betting 8,000 with blinds at 244. After us, the cutoff calls and all other players fold. A safe board comes, we place a bet, which is already quite standard. We get a call, and 8 of clubs is a great card to continue our aggression, and I bet 30,000. We get an instant call, and the river brings the best card from the deck. We now have a set. I believe that with this dynamic, we will beat all sets. All 2 pairs lose only to a straight, which they have few of. And the opponent saying, well, go ahead, show your ace, calls. We have to disappoint him, showing our set. A good pot goes to us indeed. During the game day, I did a lot of 3-betting, opened a lot with Can Battle, taking pots without showdowns. This is a demonstration of one of those hands from the button. I make a 3-bet x10 and take the pot. The last hand of the game day, we have 2 9s. We opened and got a call from the button. And on the BB, he shoves all in for 240,000. We, of course, fold. It's the last hand, and we prepare to bag our chips. The player on the button openly folds 10s, and the BB shows a jack. And, well, that's how the second day of the grand event ended. Managed to bag 280,000. That's an excellent stack for the final day. There will be 10 more levels of registration, and in a week I will release the 3rd episode. So subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, and that's all. Bye.